As many of you know, I recently started marketing my product research service for my Amazon FBA business on Fiverr, and today I wanted to take some time and share some of my successes as well as some of the mistakes that I made with you. The great thing about Fiverr is that anyone can take their skill or their talent and they can make it into a profitable business. Now, you will not learn a get-rich-quick scheme from this video. Rather, you'll learn how to make over $1,000 in your first 30 days on Fiverr so you can take that hobby or that skill and talent that you have and you can turn it into a profitable business. Alright, we're going to make this as short and simple as possible. We're going to cover 3 simple steps that you need to follow in order to maximize your profit potential on Fiverr. First, and arguably the most important step, is you need to find a skill or a talent that you have that you can market out to potential customers. This could be something as simple as turning your photography hobby into taking self-portraits or wedding photos for people, or possibly doing a professional voiceover if you have that Morgan Freeman type voice.
I hope people stop asking me to do stupid voiceovers like this.
To give you a backstory on my personal experience, I was asked about a month ago from one of my patrons to go ahead and find them a product to sell on Amazon FBA that would be profitable for them, and I would use my criteria that I've been perfecting for my own personal store for about 2 to 3 years now. So I went ahead, I found them this product, and they absolutely loved it. He ended up sending me $50 since he was so pleased with the product, and that was my aha moment. I realized at this very moment that people will pay someone to do this work, and that's when it clicked, and that's when I realized I needed to start freelancing this service on Fiverr. Second, not just anybody is going to come across your gig and is going to give you the benefit of the doubt and purchase your gig. Now, there's a lot of videos on this subject on Fiverr that you can actually make money on Fiverr without a skill or a talent, and I'm here to tell you that is not true. What you need to do is you need to demonstrate your value and your talent through your listing. This is critical to your success because it is your first impression in front of a potential customer. And you know that customers are going to compare your listing to another listing, and at the end of the day, they're going to go with the most professional looking listing. So here are some tips of advice for your listing. First, you can go ahead and add a picture of yourself as the first image along with your service. This really explains who the customer is going to be working with, you, and it's also going to give them an idea of what type of service you provide. Second, you can add 2 more images of what the customer can expect just by labeling out a diagram of the service that you provide and the deliverables that you're going to provide them. Third, and if it's possible, add a portfolio of your work. For example, I have a sample report that I deliver to my customers after my product research has been completed, and that way the customer has an idea of what they'll receive. It really lays out the expectations as well as the customer knows at the end of this service, this is what they're going to get, this is what the finished product looks like. And in order to meet someone's expectations, it's best to give them a heads up in advance. Okay, and moving on, the 4th thing that you need to do is you need to fill out your about information, which is about the gig. And what you want to do is you want to break it up so it's easy to read. Now, when I say this, I mean that you want to capture your potential customer's attention. So a useful tool that I learned is to bold and highlight key messages. This is an easy way to effectively communicate your selling point for your listing. Lastly, you can add FAQs or frequently asked questions to limit the amount of messages that you're going to be getting from new buyers, and you can price your packages competitively amongst other sellers. The 3rd tip is definitely the most difficult, and that is customer service. The more professional you are with your business, the better reviews you're going to receive, which will ultimately lead to better gig visibility in the search results. There will be times that someone doesn't like your work, and that is just the nature of the business. Trust me, you'll want to lash out sometimes at some of the customers and the messages that they send across, but just remember, be polite and be professional. You can always work out a resolution with them if you're willing to meet their requests. Lastly, if you provide awesome customer service, maybe a customer will even leave you a generous tip. So instead of being discouraged by the skill or talent that you might have and thinking that you might not be good enough, embrace it. Everyone has an amazing skill or talent, and Fiverr is a great way that you can go ahead and you can market that out to a potential audience, and you can have fun and you can make money doing it. That is the great thing about this. And if you are one of those people who are a little bit nervous to get started selling on Fiverr, just remember, there's people who are getting paid to cast spells, there's people who are drawing creepy pictures of you, and if you're into it, someone will even draw you as a mermaid. The possibilities are endless. So get out there, turn that skill you have into a profitable business, and have fun while you're doing it.